In May 2009, the Mysterious Planet team searched the American wilderness for any evidence of the existence of a creature known as Bigfoot. They made a breakthrough. On day 6, they found an unusual hair sample, and on day 12, some footprints. These were sent to the Mysterious Planet labs in Sydney to be analyzed. The DNA will reveal whether the fur is from a known species or something unknown to science. And the high-tech analysis of the footprints will give an indication of the size of the beast. Later, Leigh will present his amazing findings to the conference. But a basic anthropological rule of thumb is big feet means big feces.
Human does not have feces this large.
A lot of Bigfoot study is done by lone wolf researchers. They collect data, images, and feces. Often they store this in their panel vans. Experts like Gordon Moulet.
We came upon feces, and the feces that we found that particular day was very fresh. This is not so fresh, but it's a very large feces. The rectum is quite large on these creatures. Human's not that big. More similar to gorilla feces of what I've seen on the internet.
Just incidentally, what site on the internet deals with feces?
What I did, I just punched in
feces.com.
Gorilla feces. There was many sites. We got very little data. I'm thinking about getting a hold of one of the zoos and having them send me some photographs of the feces from the zoo. Here we have another example of feces. Here. Right here it is. This one is much older. More of, you might say, turd look to it.
Is it possible it could be a human?
Yes, it could be a human, but I never saw him walk into Walmart. That guy. This was a big...
Okay.
These feces are quite large, you know what I'm saying.
Encouraged by the possible forensic evidence, the team now want to hear from eyewitnesses.
Send the coroner an ambulance and a shitload of body bags. And hurry.
It was 7 foot tall. The shoulders were 4 foot wide. They tapered down.
The team head to the actual location of an encounter to hear an horrific account firsthand.
Maybe I should drive it.
Mike and Lisa share their frightening encounter.
What happened here was, it was on August 18th, 2004. We've got our dog with us. It was a small little cockapoo. So we came to this picnic area, and in this area right here was a picnic table. So we got our stuff out, we sat down right in here, and we proceeded to eat our dinner. And then we get about here, and we hear this noise that comes from over there. And it was a... And I see it, it's standing right over there against that hillside. And so help me God, I screamed, there it is, there it is, there it is. And I mean, I let it out, and it knew it. It's off center, looking at me like this, and I'm looking, I mean, look at those limbs, look, I said, look right over there, look, standing right there. And there he was standing there. We watched him for 10 to 13 seconds, and so help me God, and he stopped one last time and looked right up at us. So we're like, okay, we're out of here.
Okay, if I can take you back to this point when you saw it against the trees, how big would you estimate it was?
There's a perfect limb right there. There's a limb sticking out right over there. I can actually see it from here, and it was about 7.5 foot tall, 7.5, 8 foot tall.
So about 7 foot tall. What was its fur like?
Bark colored, dark like bark. He was standing there like saying,
Carry on. And how long had you been together at this time as a couple?
Forever.
High school.
Okay.
Since high school, which is 20 plus years, 25 years.
Yeah.
No troubles in the marriage at that time?
No, sir, nothing like that. But it was not a person in a suit. I mean,
Our daughter, she's in her 20s, and she always says that she knows it's true because her dad wouldn't risk his reputation on a lie.
Your daughter in the 20s, she's not going to be at the conference, is she?
No.
Okay.
Then, for the first time since the encounter, Mike returns to where the beast actually stood.
right in this area, right in here. This is where he was, right here by this tree, this limb here coming out. And then when he took off walking, he went that way, and we took off running for the car. This is exactly the spot where we spotted the creature on August 14th.
Regardless of what many skeptics might say, Leigh and the team are convinced that Mike and Lisa had a legitimate encounter. But what was it? And more importantly, how big was his feet?
And if we could just drop the screen there for a moment. Thank you. If you just bear with me while the screen comes down, that'd be fantastic. If we could just roll that footage.
Feet, probably good 2 feet, 2 yards or so. And like they say, that is a good indicator of the size of the...
You're saying he had 2 feet?
Yeah, 2 feet.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
But how big were they?
Well, I don't know. Size 26, I guess.
About 2 feet.
Yeah,
okay.
2 feet.
One of the issues, of course, we've been having when studying the Waitaku Yeti down there is, of course, the standardization of the shoe size. And the problem being is that in America, of course, you've been using the standard US shoe sizes. Other countries have been using a US Latin shoe size. And, of course, we've been using an Australasian shoe size. So when you've got a size 10 like that in a Latino size, it's clearly going to be different than a size 10 in a US, be it a leather type loafer like that, or perhaps even a sports shoe, a 10 and a half. Using a US, of course, you could have a size 32, and it still could be quite a small shoe. Whereas you could have a size 32 European, and you're dealing with a hominid with a very large foot, even for a Bigfoot. So you can understand, just after if we could. And that's where we're coming from, and if we can perhaps make some ground on that, I think we're going to make a lot of progress in the study of Bigfoot going forward.
And moving forward, future advances in computer technology and digital photography are likely to be instrumental in exposing Bigfoot once and for all.
Here we have an example of, I don't know what happened. We went down. Can you? Let's see what's going on here. I need to start the motor. Here.
Power restored, Gordon shows Leigh's footage.
There's the photograph shot with 35mm film. Right there, the creature is. One right there. It appears whatever they're close to, they turn that color. Now draw in on it. There you can start to see his face. There's his face right there. There's an eye, there's the mouth. Right there.
Coming up, the investigation continues. Is the net closing in on Bigfoot? An amazing DNA breakthrough. And some Bigfoot footage never before seen on TV. Legend has it a mysterious primate known as Bigfoot exists largely undetected in the American wilderness. The Mysterious Planet team are partaking in a Bigfoot conference. But as yet, they have very little scientific proof for the creature's existence. But for the believers, the search continues.
About midnight, we got up here to this picnic area, and there was nobody here, and we walked over to...
Then drama. Leigh gets a mysterious phone call.
Hello?
Well, we never really got off to a very good start.
Kenneth, not a great time, mate.
We've been here for 15 years
We're on
now.
a Bigfoot walkabout, okay?
Tell you, 15 years I've been working here.
Look, we've talked about the whole Stonehenge thing. We're not really into the monolith structure thing. I know they're old.
They've been here for 7,000 years.
Well, it's the second time you've called, mate. And could we just leave it at that, all right?
Place in this anywhere in the
Appreciate
world.
that. Really would. Okay.
I think you're wrong, man.
Thanks, mate. I've got to get back to this.
There's all these rocks.
And over at the pavilion, I hear this. I hear... And I stopped and went, holy shit. There's nobody else up here. Pardon my language. Something from behind this bush rose up. And all I can describe it as a very large, shadowy figure. Massive shoulders, about 4.5, 5 feet, and a bullet-type shaped head, a conical shaped head.
Excuse my French, but I was like, F this. I mean, I was just like, you know.
I don't know if it was a Bigfoot or not. It was something big.
Then, just 45 minutes into the second Bigfoot walkabout, an incredible discovery.
You can actually see the toes.
Oh, this is amazing. You found this, didn't you? You were over here just shooting some...
Yeah. And I can't believe I stumbled on such a discovery, you know.
Yeah, just like that.
Right here in Ohio.
Leigh is the only expert on hand to give a quick assessment of the footprint size.
About 1.5 times size bigger than the standard KFC tub. So that'd be about 12, 16 inches, do you think, Don?
14 to 16.
14 to 16. It's a 20-piece pack.
Yeah.
Okay.